Amanda here from Create Your Future, guys. I have an exciting video on how to get back into contact with your specific person. So yeah, for everybody that's new here, my name's Amanda. I am a neuro-linguistic programming practitioner, hypnotherapist, certified life coach, as well as an EFT practitioner. And a lot of the coaches on the team do have some sort of certification, whether it's life coaching, NLP, hypnosis. We've got coaches that have backgrounds in psychology and that sort of thing. So yeah, some of us are definitely qualified, and everybody that does coaching on the team does coaching to the coaching program that I've created, designed to get you results. I mean, who doesn't want results? Who doesn't love results? Guys, each and every one of you guys deserve to have what you want in your life. You are good enough and you can have it. And we teach you every day on this channel how you can have results in your life. So yeah, the other thing, guys, we do have a free course, and our free course is in the link in the description below. It's going to help you to be able to identify your blocks and build a mental diet. So that's really exciting. And guys, definitely comment. If you guys have any questions or video topic ideas, comment them below of the coach's video. We send them off to the coach so they can make a video out of it if they choose to. So I think that really helps us because we get ideas. We want to know what you want to hear and what videos you want us to make, and you get your questions answered for free. So how amazing is that? And of course, if you would like any extra help, all the coaches here are great at coaching. They're going to give you some action plan, help you find your blocks, give you a list of intentions, and really help you to shift and change your story to a way that works for you, right? Yeah, and you know, and we always send out surveys too. So, you know, we've got your back. If you feel like your coaching wasn't up to the standards that I say we provide, then, you know, we can definitely take a look at that for you, okay? And help you with that. So the other thing, guys, so we do have a success story today on a client creating communication and manifesting a text from their SP from no contact, which is exciting. I'm actually reading this success story. It's out of our Facebook group. So our Facebook group is private and it's all about success stories. So you can post yours and we post them. If you email them in, we ask your permission, we post them there. It's just a great place where you get positive inspiration. So it's, what is the Facebook group called? It is Create Your Future with Amanda Law of Attraction Hacks, okay? It is a private group, okay? So you do need to join it. And it's private because you can A, post anonymously, and B, we can, you know, just like we do with the comments here on this channel and all of our social media, we moderate them. We don't want no negativity. We don't want nobody saying anything to make anyone feel bad. This is a safe space, and all of my social media is a safe space, okay? So, you know, if you have any negative comments, please keep them to yourself or we're going to delete them. If anyone repeats, we do block, right? You know, this is a safe place and nobody should judge you for what you want, okay? So just let that be known, right? Yeah. Okay. So let's dive into the success story, and then we will go through some points on how you can manifest it in your current reality. Okay. So it says, oh my God, it happened. He texted me last night. I am so happy. I did everything you said. I stayed on my new script in the morning. During the day, I heard him talk to me. I kept telling myself he's my boyfriend and he's addicted to me. Then yesterday I was like, yesterday I was like, if I want things to be normal between us, I should add his phone number again because I had deleted it. Like this, I could imagine his name on my screen again. So I did add his number again and let it at there. Okay. I went to bed with my imaginary scene and repeated it over and over until I fell asleep. This morning, I had 2 messages from him. The first one said, oh, you blocked me and now you unblocked me. The second said, is everything okay? I texted him back that he was never blocked, but I deleted my profile picture and I was doing fine. I asked how he was doing and how his first day at his job was. I'm so happy, but also not there yet where I want him. So I guess I'll keep going and keep hanging on to the script. I couldn't stop laughing when I saw it this morning. He is mine and he'll be mine forever. See, that's so amazing. I love that. So one thing I'm going to touch on is, you know, a lot of the times I hear this like, oh, I'm blocking them. Okay. So when you're manifesting something, you want to live from the end of what your thoughts and your reactions would be if you were in a relationship. Okay. So blocking them is sort of throwing out the baby in the bathwater. You're living from rejection. Okay, like let's say, for instance, I'm living with Andrew, right? And this is actually a true story. Okay, so my success story, I was living with Andrew and he didn't want to get married yet. So I wasn't like, that's it, I'm blocking you. I'm moving out until you decide you're ready to get married. Well, no, that's reacting to my 3D and holding the story that he's rejecting me. Because now I'm like, you know what, forget it. I don't even want to be around you. No, right? So, if you believe, okay, something. So then my story was, okay, well, he's not quite ready yet. That's fine. We have the rest of our lives. I am happy and grateful with us living together in the relationship we have now. I understand he's not ready. I know I need to go into the 4D and start creating that story that he's ready right now. So I go into the 4D, and you know what? This is exactly what I said. You guys know I love my mantras. So my mantra was, you know what? It's like we're already married. So he's going to propose and we're going to get married. Living together is like we're already married. Like in Canada, they call it common law. And I think they do in the States as well. I'm like, well, you know what? We're common law. So it's like we're already married. So he's going to have no problem marrying me. And I just kept saying that. And sure enough, took a little while. Like it was about 4 years, but I wasn't like pushing or stressing it. I wasn't worried about it, because I had the feeling like, okay, we're going to be together for the rest of our lives. That's fine. It's a matter of, are we going to get married or are we not going to get married, right? And, I had actually never wanted to get married, but then I decided I wanted to. So I kept with that mantra. And then one day he was like, we actually had a huge fight in the car. I'm crying. I'm all upset, right? And we're like making up. And then he was like, let's go ring shopping, right? So then he's like, basically was like telling me, let's go find an engagement ring, right? After this huge fight of me having a meltdown. I mean, it just goes to show it doesn't matter what is going on, your manifestation will chase you. And I was like, that made me cry even worse, because then I felt like crap because I had a meltdown and got upset and we were arguing. And then he's like, we patch it up in the same breath. He's like, let's go get a ring, right? So anyway, my point is, right, is like, how do you live from the end of what you want? So how you live from the end of what you want is you have all your reactions in line with that. So if you're blocking the person because they're not showing up the way that you want them to be, you're making their behavior mean that, and you're living from the end of rejection. Because, would you really, like, let's say, for instance, they didn't text you back in like, an hour, and then you make the choice of why they haven't done that, because everyone is you pushed out. Then you just block them. You're like, oh, listen, I'm blocking you. Okay, well, when did you decide that they were rejecting you and you needed to block them? Like, why are you having that story? If you don't want that to be your story, don't make that your story. Do you know what I mean? So now, let's touch on social media, right? Sometimes people, don't go on social media. That's fine to look at their to look at their SP. And that's good in a way, because if you're going to go on there and look at their social media and say, oh, there's a picture with another girl. Ooh, who is that? And not say, oh, it's their sister, or, oh, it's nobody. They want to be with me. If you're going to make up stories that there's a third party, then definitely stay off there, right? If you are going to have, a reaction, if, they're showing up the way that you've manifested them, let's say, friends with benefits, right? Okay. And you keep reacting every time they're not showing up the way that you want, and you're blocking them because of that. Well, that's fine. Take some space. But remember, okay, you can make a story. Okay, let's say friends with benefits. There's an excellent example. So or a situationship. Okay, so you can make friends with benefits mean that's turning into a relationship. Okay, so you can say, okay, look at, what, we're basically dating. Okay, that's what we're doing. We're friends with benefits, and this is going to turn into a relationship. If that's the case, you wouldn't get angry or upset and feel like you needed to block them because they weren't showing up the way that you wanted them to. Okay, now you can also, on the other hand, get upset and be like, oh, they're showing up friends with benefits. They don't want a commitment. I'm blocking them because this is bothering me. Okay, so do you see like the two ways that you can look at things in your reality to make it actually mean you're getting what you want? Because that's really where creation for you lies. The power lies in the meaning you give things. Okay, so you can give, okay, them saying, look, and I'm not ready for a relationship right now, but I like what we have right now, your friends with benefits. You can make that mean that they do want to be with you and work on that, or you can make that mean that they're rejecting you and have a complete reaction over it, right? What meaning are you giving things in your reality? That's where your power lies, right? And when you change the meaning that you give something, that's when you change your reaction to something. Okay. So, you know, just like the friends with benefits situation. Okay. It's like, oh, that's it. That's all they want. I'm upset. I'm blocking them until they show up the way I want. Okay. Well, you're starting from lack and living from the end of rejection. Whereas you can say, okay, you know what? They like me enough to like have this friends with benefits. And of course, I'm never going to see them as a person that's just using me. Okay. They do want to be with me. And this is leading into a relationship. Okay. So if you want the best out of somebody, you need to see the best in them. Okay. So like friends with benefits, there would be like, you know, if you're going to say, oh, well, that's it. You know, they're just using me. I'm going to block them. I'm not happy with this. I'm sick of being used. Well, that's what you're labeling. And that's what you're saying that they basically do is they use you. Right. So, I mean, if you don't want them to use you, don't accuse them of using you, right? So, you know, I think it's also important when you're manifesting communication with somebody is to be open to communicating with them, okay? So keep that in mind. If you're manifesting a text, okay, and I used to say this to clients all the time, well, are you manifesting a text to the person? They're like, yeah. I'm saying, well, why don't you pick up the phone and call them? No, why? Because I'm scared they're not going to talk to me. Okay, well, if we're scared to reach out to them because we're scared of being rejected, we're putting out this force field of rejection. They're never going to text us because we're basically saying right now, I'm not going to take that action because they're going to reject me. Okay. Now, I'm not saying that you have to take the action, but your story has to be, yeah, I'm comfortable. I can totally take the action. I can totally text them and they're going to text me back. Like, do you see how clear your story has to be on both ends? And that's always a test. Okay. Like if you are manifesting something, okay, say you're manifesting a job. Okay. Would you just walk up and say, look, I'm good for the job and email for it? If your answer is no, I'm scared of rejection, then you can't even manifest it. So you can't live in that duality where you're scared to take action. I'm not saying you have to take action, but that's the test. Are you scared to pick up the phone and take action because you're scared about being rejected? Then you need to work on your story. Okay. And when your story is like clear and solid, like, yeah, I could totally pick up the phone. Like, let's talk about this. Like, look at this way, like living from the end of me being married to Andrew. Okay. That's where I am. We have a great relationship, great communication. I can pick up the phone right now and text him. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Your best friend, you can just pick up the phone and text them. Okay. And you don't have a story that they need to text you first to prove that they like you. Of course not. You know they like you. So it doesn't matter who texts who. That's where you need to be with your SP in your mind to be able to manifest the text in, right? Is you need to be from that end of, yeah, this is normal. This is what happens. Of course they want to talk to me, right? So then you're going to have to do a lot more intentions and change the story around there to sort of allow that in, right? So yeah, so I hope that helps to, change, basically just shifting from living from the end of rejection to living from the end of having what you want, right? So, all your thoughts, reactions, and all the meanings that you give everything have to be in line with your end goal, okay? So let's say, for instance, you want someone to text you, your story has to be, of course, they want to talk to me. They always want to have communication with me, and focus on that, just like that success story, do that imaginary thing in your mind. Some people even send text to themselves with the person's name, right? Just so they see the text, really dwell on what you want to see rather than the worry, okay? Because I did the video on this last week. Living in the state of the wish fulfilled is absence of worrying, okay? You have a knowing that you create. You have a knowing that you are the manifester, right? And all your job is not to worry, is not to be disappointed, not to react. It's just to enjoy your life and be still and know that you are God, that you can be, do, and have anything that you want in your life, okay? Anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.